I'm Arcane and Stellar, and I want to welcome you to my channel today. So we are doing a timeless pick a card reading, and the question is, what do you not see coming? So what's going to happen soon that you don't see coming? Fun question, fun kind of reading. If you like this type of reading, give me a thumbs up. Do you like this topic? It helps me to know when you give me a thumbs up or like that, it's something that you want to see again. So with that being said, we have 4 different groups to choose from. So as you kind of intuitively, connect to these groups, ask that question, what do I not see coming? What's going to happen soon that I'm not aware of? So as you look at these, see which one you're drawn to, whether it's group number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Take your time. You can pause, gaze at them, do whatever feels right for you. But you will find the timestamps in the description box at the very minimum, probably also the comment section as well if you want to check down there. But yeah, so your group that you choose will have a specific time that it starts at, so you can just tune right into that message. You also can be drawn to more than one, pick more than one group. That's absolutely a valid thing as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think below in the comments. Leave me a comment down below. And isn't this deck beautiful? It's really gorgeous. And thank you, Yasmin, for the donations on Venmo that let me get this, because it's one I've been really wanting, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, my friends. So if you chose the group number 1 here card, which is the Ruins, number 47, this is interesting because the ruins imply that something has decayed, is probably part of the past, the deep past as well. So I want to kind of keep on considering what the other cards are before I delve too much into this one right here. But let's see here. We've got Treasure. The Wyvern, your secrets are safe. The Queen of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Swords. We also have Journey, as well as Victory, and we've got Mice. So, very interesting reading here. I feel like there are a few different messages here. What do you not see coming, though? What's interesting here with the Queen of Swords, I feel like a lot of you are kind of intellectually inclined. I want to say that there's something that's happening in the future. And I feel like for a lot of you, there's a turnaround of events. And you may have based your opinion on previous experiences, which is what people do. You know what I mean? That's how that's how we live, that's how we learn, whether you're 2 years old and you touch a stove and you learn, oh shit, it burns. You know what I mean? And you take that information forward. I feel like that there's something that you've learned in life, and it's like you have this clear sight, well, this could only be the possible outcome. But somehow there's a twist of fate, or somehow something that concerns you on the horizon is going to turn around. And it just seems like you're coming to this with just like, well, this is how the journey goes. This is how it is. It's just like there's treasure waiting, though, in a situation where you feel like there's no hope, to be honest. So, and I think that a lot of your mindset comes from those past experiences. It's like, for instance, if we've only had one experience with a person, we build that expectation, upon their previous experience, you know what I mean? Like, think about in abusive situations, it's like if a child gets, slapped or something like that, then they're going to think, oh, I'll get slapped again. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that you guys, are going to get slapped, but I'm just trying to convey this idea of how we, build our belief system based on our experiences. And I feel like that there's just something around that it's like, it's going to turn around somehow. The other thing, too, here is that if you do have a secret, and you're really worried that it's going to kind of come out to the open, I do feel like somehow it will be forgotten quite easily, to be honest, as well, which you may not expect, because you expect maybe like a certain person to talk about it, to bring it up. I think that this is probably a more specific message, so you'll know if it's your message because you'll connect to it right away, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So with the victory here, again, there's just a victory here that seems unlikely. And this may be something that you are quite anxious about. Again, based on logic, previous experience, just kind of like, well, that's how it would go. You know what I mean? But yeah. The other thing here is that we have that discord among friends or family, which is quite interesting as well. I feel like for some of you, if you're worried whether a decision of yours is going to affect your family's opinion, especially if you're moving or taking a decision, like a journey of some kind, whether it's, moving literally in that sense, or, creating a journey, you know what I mean, where, there's some sort of progression, you're making choices that move you away from them or move you towards something that maybe you're afraid that it won't be approval or something like that. You may be surprised to find out that it'll be fine, or somehow it'll all like kind of come out fine as well. I really just feel strongly though that somehow things are turning around in a certain situation where you really feel like, and this is like even hidden perhaps, like with the secret, your secrets are safe. It may even be something that you don't even tell other people you're worried about, to be honest. We have creativity. Your creativity is flowing. So if you have been feeling a lack of creativity, what you don't see coming is that you're going to be in a more creative flow and, full of inspiration. We also have helpful item appears. Okay, so what you don't see coming as well is that something's going to come through that's really going to help you in some way. We have treasure too. So it feels like somehow something is coming through that's really going to help you move forward, whether it's getting that item that you need in order to create the business that you want, or it's that, software program that you want to learn and create a skill set from. You know what I mean? Like it feels as if there's some sort of helpful item. It's kind of like when I first got my not my first astrology software, but my good one, like my best one that I have. It was like, it just came through that I got the money, exact amount of that, even though I had been wanting it, and then it just came through, and it's like, oh my God, now I can really not expand, because I think there's a lot of good free stuff, and I've had paid programs before, but it was like when that one came through, it was like a big deal to me. It was like that helpful item I really needed in order to kind of kickstart something. So that's one thing I really feel here. It's almost like you have you have a good idea, but it feels like there's certain stresses in the way of it. And that's another thing too that I'm feeling. Like it's like you will be able to kind of do this journey. It's not, something that's going to fail like the past, or, become the ruins. You know what I'm saying? And we also have a compliment. Someone shows their admiration. The other thing too here is that there may be someone around you that you thought maybe would have maybe a negative opinion, but actually you might find out that they're quite supportive of you as well. I feel like for some of you, you might be getting a compliment from somebody in the near future, from somebody that you didn't expect to. Do you know what I mean? It's like the person who never compliments you or only has something bad to say as well. But the other thing too is that I feel like in general, your energy towards the outside world is more inviting toward compliments in general. It's like you're attracting them more as well. And some of you might be going through a specific transit that kind of helps people to see you more, like transits to the ascendant. You know what I mean? And anything further here? Oops. Impact. Wow. Yep, you're making a difference. So you're making some sort of impact, and you may also kind of see yourself as having an impact, like somehow the journey or what you're wanting, that treasure you're hunting for yourself, it's making an impact. Like you're going to start to see the results here as well, or you're going to be more effective because of this helpful item that comes through, this treasure. It's like you are alleviating. You may also, by the way, especially in family situations, if you've been having like a family feud or a family problem here as well, you may find that there's some sort of impact you've made in the situation. And I want to say that there could be a little bit more kindness extended to you in a situation as well. Some of you might also be effectively, disarming or like kind of de-energizing a fight or a feud as well. But it feels like you're creatively making a difference in some way as well. And don't make your creativity a secret. That's one thing I want to say. Maybe some of you are a little bit afraid to show the treasure that you do have and possess inside of yourself. And it's like Spirit's urging you to take that journey, take that chance. Some of you might think, well, fate never favors me, or the universe never favors me. I never get picked. I never get, to be the one that shines, or whatever. Or it's always like, you know what I mean? I feel like everything works against me. Definitely, I think there's a shift in that way, especially where you've had previous negative experiences. Because the Ruins card, it really does talk about, the memories that we have that form our foundation. In fact, actually, I'm going to read that card really quickly, but it says here, past trace old wounds. Walking through the moor, your tired feet step through the soft heather that tinges the hills with purples and greens. The terrain gets more rugged as you approach the ruins of an old building nestled in brambles. A crow perched on top of it caws, "Do you remember this place?" The Ruins card invites us to recall specific moments of our past, even the painful ones, and reflect on how they've shaped us. And that's the thing. I feel like there's this letting go of these previous experiences. Somehow what you don't see coming is that those will be released, and it's through things that are coming in that are going to change your outlook. It's going to change the way, it's almost like you're getting a little repair to your ruins. You know what I mean? Like those kind of desolate places in the back of your mind that kind of, harken back to a time where you didn't feel adequate or you had a harder time. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's definitely a fear and anxiety, something that bothers you a lot, that's going to be alleviated and somehow turn around. And again, I feel like for a lot of you, this comes via that helpful item as well. Or the universe puts that helpful item in your hand and says, hey, go make an impact. You can do it. Do you know what I mean? So that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose this group. I really do hope you enjoyed this reading and it was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments below if you resonated. And yeah, if you want a personal reading with me, you can do that through my Etsy store, which is in the description box. And you can join here as a member and get some more exclusive pick of cards. But yeah, so take care, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So you chose group number 2 here with this beautiful card called the Offering. So what do you not see coming? What is happening soon that you don't see coming? So the Offering, by the way, expresses this idea of kindness, of giving and receiving, and also love and caring. So there's an aspect of love, affection, kindness coming towards you, okay? Okay, let's see here. We're going to put that right there. And what else have we got? We've got Medusa. Jealousy leads to downfall. We've also got poverty. The Desk, and the Wishbone. The Ace of Pentacles, that I remember, that came out last, I remember that. The Page of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, as well as the card Sensuality. Well, first of all, this is an interesting reading. Because we have that kindness, but we also have Medusa showing jealousy. I want to say that, what do you not see coming? You may actually hear from somebody that's been quite jealous of you. You may be hearing from somebody with an act of kindness who was once very jealous of you. Some of you may not be aware of this, but I feel like that there is somebody quite insecure around you, or has been in the past. Or you've had that experience in your friendships a lot in the past where it ends up becoming sort of jealous, and it's like the bird turns into the snake and it's a little bit strangling rather than kind. It's like you get this sort of sweet bird, sweet sounds, and then it sort of just transforms a bit. And not to say that's the character of Medusa, I'm just more talking about that imagery in general, but it feels as if, you kind of extend your hand out in kindness, but you're met with sometimes people who are jealous. I feel another thing here with poverty and that Medusa card in particular, I want to say, and I don't like putting this out there because I'm not like I don't know. I have like kind of moral qualms with like not question, like questions, like pick a card questions where we're like, what karma will they get for hurting you? I'm not judging anyone who does those readings, and I do think it's an interesting question sometimes, but it's just not the kind of vibe I want to give out. You know what I mean, for myself, because I just don't feel like it necessarily creates a healthy atmosphere within ourselves, worrying about what happens to other people, and we should be focused on ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that question, and we've all felt that, including myself. You know, like, oh, how are they going to get paid back? You know, I felt that way too. So it's not like I'm saying I'm above it, but I usually don't like to dig into this because I just feel like it's not always detrimental to the spirit of the viewer or the person I'm reading for. But I will say, for those of you that have been focused on your work and, you know, doing things despite jealous people or a jealous situation, I think some of you might see a jealous person meet some level of poverty. And poverty doesn't always have to be no money. It can be feeling like they don't have something, right? It's a lack card, okay? So it could be that their love life sucks or something. It's like they lose something, they become impoverished in some way. So I do think that you will see like a physical manifestation of some sort of payback, especially for those of you that have had, you know, perhaps jealousy directed towards you from someone else. Now, not all of you, of course, might resonate with that, but I do feel that there's a relationship here, and that's going to be one of my bigger focuses of this particular reading. There's a relationship here because we have the Knight of Wands and we have the Page of Wands. So we have two people in this spread. What do you not see coming? Something with a relationship. We have the Ace of Pentacles. You may have a new person rushing in with an offer, okay? And for some of you, this could be friendship if you're not looking for love. This could be a new friend, a solid friendship. The other thing though, especially if that's what you're wishing for, it's kind of like we have the wishbone, so a wish is granted. So somehow there's a wish that you're having that is going to be granted. You know what I mean? So of course, individually, that's probably going to resonate differently. For some of you, this will be a new friend. For some of you, this might be that work opportunity you've been craving and needing. Maybe some of you have felt jealous of other people's opportunities and felt like I never get anything. But I think that you might find that you're quite attractive towards the things that you want, okay? Not attractive in a beautiful sense, but that you're attracting the things that you want or something that you want in particular. And I think you are aligning with the right people to do so. With that sensuality card, that's really interesting as well because it feels as if, what do you not see coming? Your attraction. I really feel like someone's going to hit on you that you never expected, to be honest. I really, 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 really feel, you know what I mean? And I know some of you might be like totally uninterested in love, and you don't have to reciprocate on this person or whatever, but I do kind of feel like there's going to be some sort of like strong flirtation where you're like, what? Uh-huh. You know what I mean? It could happen at work, by the way, with the pay attention to your work, but not necessarily for all of you. I'm just kind of, you know, it's possible for some of you. But no, it's like, it's like you might be more of a magnet than you realize in the near future. But there is an offering coming because we have the Ace of Pentacles and we have that offering card. So I definitely see an offering here for you guys. And again, I think for some of you this could be work related, to be honest. You're finally attracting the right circumstances. And with sensuality too, it's like that's kind of linked toward desire and something that feels good to us. And so there's like, you know, a good aspect to this in terms of like feeling like you vibe with something. You know what I mean? Like whatever this offer is, probably. We have popularity. You're getting noticed. We also have favor. You'll receive a favor. That's interesting because of that Ace of Pentacles. Someone's going to offer to do something kind for you here. So you may receive favor from somebody. And then we have goal. You've met a goal. So someone, I feel like first of all, again, your attention, like I said, that you're getting is going to be like quite, it feels like you're going to get noticed a lot more. Whether that's you know what I mean, a lot more for whatever your situation is, right? Sometimes that might mean, you know, more bolder things. I don't know. There's definitely more popularity. It seems like, you know, you might be in a period where you're, according to yourself, you're getting your phone blown up. Like maybe you have like two people talking to you if you're a hermit. You know what I mean? But you at least have those two people talking. It might feel like you're a little bit more popular, a little bit more noticed. And for some of you, this might be really that you are gaining some sort of popularity, especially for those of you that are in like social media or in aspects where you need to be popular, maybe a business owner or, you know, somebody who needs to draw people in, you know, real estate, whatever, that you may be. So there's definitely that as well. And I feel like whatever focus you put on your work, you're going to get tenfold back on it. Like there are going to be, the more that you pay attention to your work, the more you're going to attract as well. Like the more care you put into it, the more you're going to attract. But again, there's that favor coming through. And I see that at the most strong for your group. Like you guys have someone who's going to do something really good for you, really nice. And there are goals being met. And this offer probably, you know, aligns with that. We have allies. Someone has your back. Look at that. Nice. Again, for those of you that were resonating earlier with that message of like maybe like negative friendships or negative like relationships and stuff like that, I do feel like that there could be someone coming in here that's a definite ally to you. They've got your back. They are interested in you as a person. They are stable and loyal, and they're going to step up for you. So that's another thing that I don't think you see coming, is that you have an ally. And they are going to do something, like a favor for you. And you know what's interesting about that Medusa, though, and the poverty card is I kind of wonder whether or not you would expect this person. Maybe you don't know them yet, but maybe some of you know this person, but you wouldn't be expecting for them to kind of step forward for you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, very interesting energy, you guys. So a lot more kindness. And think about that bird on the hand. It's like you're calling something in, and it's like you're calling in the right energy. It's like you've got these seeds in your hand, and you're just calling something towards you. And maybe for some of you, it's like you don't even know you're doing this. But you'll realize, do you know how sometimes you get something and you're like, oh man, I really wanted that, but I didn't know I wanted that? Yeah, it's kind of like that. And that may be like why you don't see it coming, because you're like, maybe some of you have sworn off this thing, or you just don't even know. You know what I mean? Maybe you haven't been aware of that possibility or that opportunity or that person or that situation. And it's like, that's why you don't see it coming. Now, with pay attention to your work too, there is that message of focus on your work in general. And so that may be something that helps you hone in. Sometimes when we're going through something or we want something really bad, it's better just to kind of quiet our mind and focus on something else, because sometimes when we overthink it, we just tend to block it and get overly attached to ideas, and then it kind of brings in a weird energy. But yeah. So wish is coming true. That's what's coming through, and it has opportunity all around it. And again, I think for a lot of you too, this opportunity, it is going to lead to people being jealous. But that's okay, because you've got allies, okay? So that's really interesting though, because I really do feel like there's a bit of jealousy here surrounding this. But that's okay, because again, you have allies. You've got some solid some solid people, and that's going to be helpful, But anyway, that is your reading. I really do hope that this helped you in some way. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. But thank you so much for being here, like I said. And if you want a personal reading with me, you can do that by going to the description box. There's a link to my Etsy store, as well as, links to the decks that I'm using and all the other good stuff. You can also join here as a member if you want more exclusive pick-a cards, so check that out if you want to. But take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 3 here with the light this is your reading. It's like a little lantern. So number 34. Beautiful card though. I just love the imagery on this. It's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. So I'm going to set this guy over here and continue. So we have the golem. A close friend acts on your behalf. We have the coffin. We also have the Four of Pentacles. I just put it up there. There we go. The High Priestess. And the Temperance card, as well as Dream, Woman, and Teardrops. There we go. Teardrops. Great personal sorrow. Ooh, okay, let's see here. I definitely want to tell you guys, if you're going through a rough time and you just cannot see the end in sight, or you just don't even know what is ahead of you, I feel like one of the things that's, kind of coming towards you that you don't see coming is a sense of peace and harmony within yourself. I also see support coming your way as well via a woman, but we'll talk about that in a minute. It feels like to me that there's something probably that you don't quite understand the purpose of, you don't really understand, and it's almost like, will I ever be happy again? And you will. Now, or will this situation ever turn around? Like, whether I'm unemployed or I'm this or I'm that, it's like, maybe this is something that you've really shed tears about and you felt so frustrated, like maybe rejected or just like felt like it was the end. I want to say that you're going to feel more balanced, whether it's like, like I said, some sort of ending, like losing your job or losing a relationship or losing a loved one. You will feel like greatly more in control, okay, in the future. And I think that's something you don't see coming because it's really hard to see at this moment through the tears or, just the blurriness of your eyes. It's just like you're not quite seeing how that can happen, okay? And that's like one of the main messages here, but I want to get into some more. I want to say as well that you may see that you were intuitively inclined by perhaps a dream or an instinct, and you will find out that you were correct. And while other people may be suffering, you will be okay. I know that's a really weird one, but I get that. Okay, so I'm just going to say it. But it's kind of like, yeah, it feels that way. It feels that way. You're getting some sort of help from someone, a friend. I want to find out a little bit more about that because I want to see. I just need to see what that's about. What is this friend? Someone's going to help you move forward with something. Okay? Somebody's going to help you move forward with something. The other thing I want to say is that there could be a friend that, or a person or a woman in your life, maybe a family member, a friend, who knows, who actually is acting in your best interest. I want to say, and this sounds very strange, I know, but it's a specific message and I'm just going to say it. So for some of you, you may have an older woman or somebody at your work who's retiring or quitting, and they're going to recommend you for their position or try to encourage such a thing, like kind of to help move you forward or bump you forward. Now, I know that probably will only resonate with like one or two of you watching, but I wanted to say it because keep your eyes peeled for that, for some of you, especially where that's likely or possible. But with that that chariot, that chariot and the 10 of wands, I feel here that somebody, the close friend, acts on your behalf to help you move forward. It's like somebody's coming through to help you at the last minute or when you need the biggest help. And it's like you can't even finish. I feel like somebody's kind of rescue you in a way. Not necessarily rescue you, but try to help you out. I want to say, what do you not see coming? There are going to be a lot of spiritual signs. And they may come via dreams, but maybe also daydreams. I feel like a lot of you are very spiritual here, and you're being led through spiritual tests, trials, and advancements. And maybe they've, included personal sorrow, loss, and problems. But I feel like the universe is sending you this woman to help you, to show you the light, to somehow pull you forward as well. We have impact. You're making a difference. Yeah, spirit guide. You have your guide's approval. I told you that there's like a strong spiritual guidance around you. We have family. And we've got goals. You've met a goal. So first of all, I can see that woman kind of coming through to kind of lead you or help you get towards a goal when you felt stuck. I feel like some of you may find out that you're making a financial impact in your life as well. Maybe with certain debts or things you're straddled down with. It's another thing that I'm getting. I also feel like there's a specific spirit guide around you that's really strong, to be honest, and they're very much present. And this could be a woman from your family, by the way, who wishes happiness, who's actually passed on. And this could have brought you great personal sorrow. I feel like some of you may dream about this person soon or have some kind of very strong sign from them. Something's going better. It's like things are running smoother. It feels like you finally have steeped and now you're strong enough, just like tea, to actually be effective and make an impact. I feel like you guys are coming to some sort of culmination, and it hasn't been easy to get to where you've been or where you are now. Like, it hasn't been easy where you've been. It hasn't been easy up until now. But I think that there will be a shift or a turnaround. And I think that you're going to start to see, again, the light, right? Because that's the card that we got. And the lantern, of course, we know, at night, lights, at least the area around us. So it starts to feel like you can move a little bit. Like you can start to see a little bit more of what's behind you, to the sides, and in front of you. It's like your perspective is growing a little bit. And that's something too that I feel, and it's like, I feel like, again, that woman somehow, whether it's a spirit or a person who's alive, it's somehow they're feeding you this help, this light, to help you move, to get out of stagnant situations, but not necessarily at a pace that's unhealthy and rapid either. It feels very like kind of secure and building. It's not just like flash in the pan. This is like lasting and helpful is what I feel. Because sometimes we get those situations where like, it's like if you do a video and it suddenly goes like, my husband and I were talking about that because I've seen like one particular channel and he's like kind of has a channel based on like a current topic, and we were kind of like, he's so popular now, but like what happens when that topic isn't popular anymore? And you know what I mean? There was that kind of question. And I feel like you guys are doing something that's not like that. It's not like, your impact is longer. It's wider. It's something lasting. I know that sounds kind of confusing, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. Yeah, you definitely have a spirit watching you. And someone taking care of you, like, or trying to be effective. Let me see here. I think that you'll find these changes in the next moon cycle. over the next moon cycle. And there's a gift or something tangible or financial coming your way. And again, we have that imagery of a feminine energy giving you something. They see that you need it, they'll help. And again, it could be, again, spiritual or physical. So for some of you, like I said, it's going to be your spirit guide or, you know, past loved one that's really coming through to help. And for others of you, again, this may be an actual person. But I really feel as if things are becoming more calm and stable and effective, and you're feeling so much more aligned. It's like you can dream again or think again, or it's just like there's this aura of calm. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose this group. I really do hope it helped and brought some sort of perspective. I wish you the very, very best. If you want a personal reading with me, you can do that through my Etsy store, which is linked in the description box. You can also join here as a member on the channel and get exclusive pick a card readings that are only posted to members. There's also like loyalty badges and emojis and other fun things. But yeah, so thank you so much for being here. I'd love it if you left me a comment down below. Like it if you like this, because it helps me know to make more content like this. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 4 here, this is going to be a reading. So we have card number 55, Autumn. So we see a beautiful autumn leaf changing. What do you not see coming? We'll talk about that card in a minute. I want to get all the other cards out on the table, but this is that autumn card. Beautiful, beautiful art, isn't it? Okay. So we have got rescue. We have unicorn. We have official person, time to act with a lion, and the jug, lighthearted, carefree time, as well as the 8 of Pentacles, the moon, and the 6 of Swords. Ooh, this is interesting. So, what do you not see coming? There's going to be something to act upon, actually, in the near future that you don't see coming. I feel like that there could be a solution or a helping hand coming your way. This could be official in nature as well, like maybe somebody that, maybe it's like a lawyer, or I don't know what it could be. There's definitely somebody official coming your way, is what I feel. And when that hand comes out, you must grab it, like you need to act upon it. I feel like that there is an opportunity coming your way that you don't quite see, and it's going to be just what you need. So reach out for that hand and grab a hold of it, because I feel as if this is something stable and lasting, and it's going to move you forward. I feel like some of you don't know, but you are going to get an opportunity to move or to get work elsewhere, or to create something with movement. I feel here with autumn, this is likely to be important in terms of the timing of this, but since we are still in autumn, as I'm filming this, at least in the northern hemisphere, but again, this is timeless, so don't worry. But autumn here plays a role. Now, autumn also talks about the decay and the passage of time, right? It's our season. And it also is the second to last season, right, of the year. And so I feel here that you're in like the third cycle of something, or you're at that almost to the last cycle. And of course, autumn encompasses a lot of positives, such as harvest and rewards. And I do feel like that there's some reward coming your way. There's definitely something that you're going to be celebrating, okay? Something's going good. For some of you, you are, receiving good feedback from a professor as an example, and you're nearly done with university. And I feel like that may be something here. You may get opportunity via a professor or somebody with authority as well. You may be picked for an internship or offered an opportunity. I know that you will celebrate whatever this is. And again, it's like just the hand you needed to grab you and pull you up. Maybe this is something that you're skilled at, that you've been working on, and it's like you're finally recognized for your skill, for your development, like what you've worked on. And with the moon here, of course, I want to tell you, especially with the lion and the moon, act upon your intuition. Your intuition is in a very, very important factor of your life right now. And when you feel that instinct to make something, to create something, to do something, to go there, to do this, to do that, act upon this, because your intuition is very much attached to your actions, and it's feeding you the actions that need to be taken in order to get somewhere that you want to go. Even if it feels kind of weird or strange or confusing, or you don't know, maybe on the surface level something will seem kind of weird, like maybe it has like, you know, red flags, but then you find out that, but somehow you still want to do it, you still want to get in touch with it, or you still want to take that opportunity or that offer. I feel like it's a good thing. Even if like, and I've had, and I'm sure that many of you have had such situations in your life where, you know, you looked at something at first glance, you maybe judged the book by its cover, and you're kind of like, well, this looks like a bunch of shit or some bullshit, or, you know what I mean? And then you find out that it's not so. And I feel like that's one of the things that you don't see coming. So it's perhaps an opportunity that you thought was out of reach, but take that opportunity because it's trying to pull you out of something. And yeah, it's kind of funny because my husband, I had helped him apply for a job recently. And honestly, I even forgot because, you know, you do so many applications. He has a job now. I was just applying for it when I was searching. But anyway, they finally got back to him, and he's like, they actually called him for an interview, and he's kind of like, what? Like, kind of confused. And I was really shocked because honestly, I just kind of applied for that job for the hell of it because, like, he doesn't have half the experience that they want. But they still called him back, which is kind of interesting. But do you know what I mean? But it's like that kind of vibe. It's like where you're like, wait, what? They're reaching out to me? Like, for real? And I'm like, is this real? You know what I mean? It's like, I was a teacher for many years, and I would often get emails from like Disney in China to come work there and be a teacher, like English. And it's like, is this a real thing? Yeah, it's a real offer. It's a real opportunity. You know what I mean? If I took it. But you know, it just doesn't fit my lifestyle right now, you know, because I'm a mom and shit like that. But anyway, which I've taken my kids to all kinds of different countries, but you know what I mean. But yeah, so I already just have 3 countries between our families, so our heart's already in 3 different places. I can't add another one. I cannot afford it. But anyway, but yeah, it's like kind of like some of you might look at something and be like, is this for real? There's that aspect of it. I want to say that take opportunities too, like invitations during this time, because I think that you're going to find that they're favorable for you. Don't fall into melancholy, because the autumn can sometimes talk about melancholy, because we often, as the leaves fall and things are dying, we start to get reflective, and it can be, sometimes autumn is a beautiful season for some, and I love it, but there is that tinge of melancholy as we kind of let go of summer. And it's like, in the melancholy, don't lose out on opportunities, or, you know what I mean? Don't assume it's going to be a really cold winter. You know what I mean? Metaphorically. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Really interesting. I'm going to go ahead and take a few more cards here and see what else we can flesh out. What do they not see coming? Fun. We have family. Happiness within the family. We have rekindle. Impact. We also have a cozy evening, by the way, on the bottom there, which makes me think of autumn, full of cozy evenings. That warmth. Again, I think that you guys are going to have a really good opportunity, by the way, to go out and have a really good evening. And you really should take advantage of that, because I think it can lead to good things. Like, there's friendship here. I feel like for a lot of you, really pay attention, because I think you are going to get somebody who kind of reaches out to you, and it could turn out to be a really good time. Because remember, we have that unicorn, great fortune and friendship. And somehow this friendship or this night or this evening can somehow be incredibly important in terms of the future. It may play out a lot differently than you might expect. It may be like that evening you meet another person who ends up being vital to your journey in life. You know what I mean? Please, and I stress this a lot, take opportunities to connect with other people and to accept invitations, especially if it's to lighthearted events and having a good time, even if you're the biggest hermit or shy person in the world, because it's going to be impactful on your life. Some of you might even see somebody from the past at such an event, and there could be a rekindling. Now, again, especially if someone from the past reaches out and invites you out, take that opportunity. Even if it's an old friend, it doesn't have to be, I'm not saying an ex is coming back. That's not what I'm talking about. This could be a family member that reaches out or someone else that reaches out. But somehow this can move forward and it can actually be a good time. Now, yeah. Some of you might also find the return of old ideas, things that you thought you'd given up on learning, or maybe you've walked away from it for a while or haven't done much with it. It's like there could be that rekindling coming back, and you're going to move or progress even further and farther, as well as what I'm seeing. What an interesting reading you guys have. I'm going to pull some runes. What do they not see coming? Oh, we got the cauldron. Something's cooking for you. This is happening right now. Actually, as we speak, it's really like all the ingredients are going in and you're going to be passing through. But you have the choice to pass through these gateways. I feel like there are opportunities, there are going to be hands out there that help you, right? You'll receive the help you need, and it's coming. Rescue and help are here. So it's like you're getting that hand. Take it. And I want to say something here. Don't try to take things the hard way. Don't always try to make things hard on yourself. Don't try to choose the long way, the hard way. Don't be afraid to kind of accept the help that's given or wait, for that to come through, because I think it will. I feel like that there is a period of abundance and happiness. And like I said, that's so funny, because you remember what I was talking about with autumn is a lot of people focus on the decay, but not necessarily the bounty that we receive in autumn. And I feel like that's part of what you're not seeing, is that bounty that you're going to receive. There may be melancholy, like I said, surrounding certain things in your life, but it's like the bounty's coming. It's not dying. It's not even there. There's going to be rewards. It's not dying. I don't know, I just feel like saying that. But yeah. Your opportunities, will be met. There's going to be opportunities of bounty. And again, with the official person too, it feels as if, you know what I mean? There's someone seeing you or noticing you or somehow falling into an official, position yourself. Again, this could be having the respect of somebody that you respect. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing for those of you that have been drawn to this group. I really do hope you enjoyed this reading, and hopefully I'll get to see you more on my channel by, definitely subscribe. Give me a like if you like this type of topic. If you like this type of topic, I need to know, because then I'll make more of them. So a like really helps me know that. And comments are wonderful and appreciated very much. Thank you so much to all of you for your support and your kindness. So it really does mean a lot to me. And if you want a personal reading, you can find those on my Etsy store. You can purchase them there. And yeah, that's all I've got. Take care, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.